Hello ladies and gentlemen. On this particular video of Google Spreadsheets, we're going to go over three new features that you're going to need to know for this particular assignment that you got coming on Mike's Lunch Project. Two of the features are relatively simple, and then the other one will take a little bit more time. So let's get started. Now, the first feature that is exceedingly simple, all right, is merging cells together to basically take one individual cell, one active cell right here, and make it several large cells. Now, this is very beneficial for you when you are trying to go across grids or go down grids. It just depends on what feature you're trying to do, but it is very beneficial to be able to take several different active cells and make them one cell. So the easiest way in which you can do that is to highlight the particular cells that you want to merge together and basically click on the particular button to merge those cells together. So in this instance, I'm going to merge cells A1 all the way to D1 together. Now, just like we discussed yesterday, the cursor that you want to use is your arrow cursor. So I'm going to left click and hold, and I'm just going to drag it over to from A1 to D1. So A1 to D1. Then, up on your toolbar, all right, as we discussed several times, if you don't know what any of these buttons do, just put your cursor over top and wait. And what I'm looking for is the merge cells together. Now, merge, you all know what the word means. Bring together, combine. That's exactly what you're doing. So, merging cells together. And as you notice over here, instead of having 4 individual cells, I now have one giant cell that I can type in. Notice the difference in between. Now this becomes A1 and that is A2 right behind it. Notice the size difference between those. All right, I have one ginormous cell and one cell that is the standard size. Now, the benefit to you in doing this is if I use my alignment tools and put it horizontally in the center, notice how it goes across these columns. All right, that's extremely beneficial to you when you are setting up different sheets and tables like you'll do here on the Mike's Lunch Project. You can also merge cells going horizontally, like we just did, and vertically. So if I want to merge A2 all the way down to A10, I again highlight and just come over here to merge, and now I have a cell right there that is all merged together. And if you notice, it starts at the bottom left, it's standard. Take my alignment and I can move things around, okay? And I can put it directly in the center. Okay? So that's merging cells together. Now at any time you would like to unmerge them, you basically just go to the same button you went to. Click on it and it unmerges. Notice there's a down arrow there as well, and you have more options there for you to take advantage of. Unmerge. Okay? Merged, unmerged. All right? Simple, easy peasy stuff to do. Now, the other simple thing that you need to know for your particular assignment is what is called fill handle. All right, your fill handle is the first of different cursors that we will use in Spreadsheet. Those particular cursors are will allow you to do several different things. The standard one that we've talked about is always your arrow cursor that you have seen right here on your screen. The other cursor is the fill handle is your plus sign. Now if you notice, I'm going to zoom in a little bit if I can. Oh, it's looking like it's not letting me zoom in. But the plus sign, all right, the plus sign goes over the bottom right-hand corner of any active cell, right? And that cursor will allow you to copy the formatting of anything that you have put in there. Now, that being said, it will copy formatting, copy numbers, it will copy sequences for you. For example, if I put in 1, hit enter, go 2, hit enter. Now, the next obvious number in your sequence would be 3. I could type 3 and keep on going. But what if I need to go all the way to 20? If I highlight with my arrow, highlight those particular two cells together, go down to my fill handle and drag it down a ways, it will count for you. Okay? It counted the sequence. It will also copy the formatting that is in that particular cell. So if you notice, I'm going to make this bold. I'm going to make this cell orange. All right, my cell is active. I come over here to my fill handle, and if I drag down, everything becomes orange because it copied the formatting. Okay, it copied the formatting that is in there. Bold, bold, bold. Okay, the formatting is copied. Now that is your fill handle. It allows you to, again, copy the information that you have there and copy the formatting that you have there. And it is located at the bottom right-hand corner of your active cell or cells. All right, so those are the first two easy things that you will need to know for this particular assignment. Now, the more in-depth version is talking about the actual formatting of the numbers and data into different visible forms. We talk about formatting a lot in the sense of your font size, all right, the text colors, text types, all that type of thing. That's all formatting as well. However, there are different types of formatting when it comes to the display number themselves. Now, that section is housed right here, okay? Right over here is your formatting section. Now, I can do several different things right away. Okay, I can format as currency, I can format as percentage, and I can format with increased decimal places and decreased decimal places. All right, so let's look at those first four ones right now. So I'm going to type in the number 10 3 different times. Actually, I'll do it 4 different times. Now I'm going to go back up to D2. Now if I click on the format as currency, currency is money, right? So it's going to format that particular one as currency. Notice that just cell D2 is active. As soon as I click on that currency formatting button, my number 10 becomes $10 with the currency symbol with the $sign and 2 placeholders underneath, after the 10. Okay, it's formatted now as $10. Again, notice it only changed the formatting on just that particular cell that was active. That's the only one that was highlighted. Everything else on my spreadsheet right now is just formatted as the standard number or font. If I go to D3, let's do percentages. I have a 10. It's going to format as its default, all right, which is timesing everything times 100, which now takes my 10 to 10%, or excuse me, 1,000%. If I wanted that to be 10%, I need to put in 0.0 and then hit the format as percentage sign. Okay, so the percentage, the formatting for percentage multiplies whatever number you have in there times 100 to turn it into a percentage. Okay, and you also get it with 2 placeholders and the percentage symbol underneath of it. Okay, now the increase and decrease decimal places do exactly with that. They increase and decrease decimal places. So if I want to increase my decimal places, all right, I just click on it. I've clicked on it 3 times. Notice I have 3 decimal holders. Okay, and if I want to decrease decimal places, I just decrease the decimal places to a whole number. Okay, so in the occasion where I go to, I'm going to go to D5 and I'm going to go 10.6. Okay, if I want to decrease the decimal holder, okay, to just whole numbers, I don't want to see any decimal places. What is going to happen to that 0.6? Is it going to stay the same? Is it going to disappear, or is it going to go up or down? If I click on decrease, it actually rounds up just like you would in standard math. 5 and up gets rounded up. If I were to change it to 0.3, it goes down. Now, if you notice, here's my active cell. I'm on D5. Look up here into my function bar. Okay? The actual font that I've typed in there, right, 10.3, or in my first example of 10.6, okay, is still visible. However, because I have it formatted for different decimal holders, the visible part on the actual spreadsheet is what I see. Now, there are a couple other formatting changes that you need to know, and just two really easy peasy ones. Okay? Those are the first four right here. Now, under more formats, the 1, 2, 3 drop down, okay, if you click on that drop down box, you see tons of different formatting options. Tons of different formatting options. Okay, they're broken up into chunks with the little gray line in between them. All right, your standard number ones, okay, numbers, percentages, and scientific notations, which in this class you will not use the scientific notations. However, in math and science, you probably will. Then you have your currency, which is monies, okay, all the different formatting options. And the date and time. Those are the standard ones you kind of want to look at. Now, date and times, okay, I can format it for date and time. So I'm going to format for just a standard date, and this is what it's going to be viewed as. The example that they give you over here on the right is the example that it's going to be viewed as. So I've formatted now D6 for a date and time. So all I have to do is I'm going to put in today's date, which is 10/8, and I'm going to hit enter. Notice I did not hit anything else, just put 10/8, and it automatically formats it for 10/18/2019. That is what I have programmed the formatting to change to. Now, if I were to ever want that displayed differently, 1, 2, 3 drop down, I can scroll all the way down, okay, down to the bottom. Let me see if I can make this smaller because it's difficult to see right now because I haven't zoomed in so much. There we go. All the way down at the bottom where it says more date and time formats, or it just goes more formats, little arrow right here, and then I can go to more custom formats, more currencies, which has every currency listed in the world that you can format for, as well as more date and time formats. So if you click on that particular box, you get all different examples of date and time formats. So if I wanted to display the day, the month, the year, and written out in full form, I could click on that one, and notice I see it right here. Okay, if I want things to be flip-flopped, I can drag it and move it around by changing the display, all right? Or I can delete that particular option. So maybe I don't want the day to be listed. I just want the month and day. Just click on delete, okay? And if I hit apply, there it is. It formats for October 8th, 2019, okay? So again, I'll do that one more time because I'm sure there'll be some questions over it. I'm going to put in tomorrow's date, so 10/9. Notice I did not format it for anything. All right, it stays just like that, the display. So I'm going to go to Formats. Okay, I'm going to go to More Formats, More Date and Time. And I can pick from all these different options, anything that I might possibly want, except this time I want the actual day of the week, month, day, and the year. I'm going to hit apply, and it changes the formatting, except now it's not fully visible. You know how to do that. Right-click on that particular column, resize. You've done the procedure where you change the actual size of the column to a specific set. You can also, the next option is fit to data, which is exactly what it sounds like, fit to data. And then you can see and display everything that you've done. So those are the different ones that you need to know to operate this particular project. If you have questions, I should be back on Thursday, and we can go over them together. Good luck.